Keir Starmer given 3 days to resign, a political earthquake. In an unprecedented political maneuver that has sent shockwaves through the British political landscape, Keir Starmer, the leader of the Labour Party, has been given just 3 days to resign. This ultimatum comes from none other than Nigel Farage, the controversial figure who has not shied away from stirring the pot on live television. The implications of this demand are staggering, not just for Starmer but for the future of British politics as a whole. Critics are already labeling this ultimatum a betrayal of democratic values. How can a man, who once promised to unite the Labour Party, now stand on the precipice of political collapse? Many fear that this moment could be a defining one for a party that has struggled to regain its footing since the seismic shock of Brexit. Farage's actions are reminiscent of the tumultuous days leading up to the 2016 referendum, where the very fabric of British democracy was tested. The stakes have never been higher, and the nation stands at a crossroads. The footage revealed by Farage on live TV is nothing short of explosive. It highlights not only the fractures within the Labour Party but also the growing discontent among the electorate. Starmer's critics argue that his leadership has been marked by indecision and a failure to capitalize on opportunities that could have bolstered Labour's standing. This is a fight for the soul of the party, one analyst remarked, emphasizing that the coming days could determine whether Labour can reclaim its status as a powerful force in British politics or whether it will be relegated to the sidelines. In the backdrop of this political drama are the echoes of past elections that have shaped the nation's trajectory. The Labour Party, once a bastion of working-class representation, now faces allegations of elitism and disconnect from the very people it seeks to serve. Many who voted for Brexit did so out of frustration with a political class that seemed out of touch. Starmer's leadership has been characterized by a reluctance to fully engage with these sentiments, leaving many voters feeling betrayed. This lack of connection could have dire consequences for Labour in upcoming elections, where every vote will count. Farage's audacious challenge to Starmer is not merely a personal attack. It's a strategic move in a larger contest for power. This could mark a new era of influence, warned one political commentator, suggesting that if Farage succeeds in forcing Starmer out, it could embolden other political figures to adopt similar tactics. The very idea that a politician could be ousted under such pressure raises critical questions about the nature of leadership and accountability in a democratic society. Are we witnessing the birth of a new norm where public figures are held hostage to media spectacle and populist demands? Opponents of Farage argue that his tactics are reckless, undermining the very principles of democracy he claims to champion. Many fear that this could lead to a dangerous precedent, one leading Labour MP stated, highlighting the risks of a political environment where ultimatums reign supreme. This fear is not unfounded. History shows us that political instability often breeds chaos, and the consequences can ripple through society for generations. As the clock ticks down on Starmer's fate, the urgency of the situation cannot be overstated. The British people will not forgive a failure to uphold democratic values, and the actions of political leaders will be scrutinized like never before. The fight for the future of the Labour Party is not just about one man, it's about the ideals and principles that underpin our democracy. The stakes are monumental, and the outcome could reshape the political landscape for years to come. In this volatile climate, it's imperative that citizens remain engaged and informed. The battle lines are drawn, and the struggle for influence is underway. Now, more than ever, voices must be heard, and action must be taken. This is a moment that calls for unity. Join the conversation, subscribe for updates, and become part of a growing movement that seeks to hold our leaders accountable. Together, we can ensure that the decisions made today do not haunt us tomorrow. The future of Britain hangs in the balance, and every one of us has a role to play in shaping it.